Hello, I'm just here to give you a video on backstory of my Skyrim character, who is going to feature in my Skyrim series on my other, which will be other videos on this channel, which you'll be able to watch when they're released. There's 2 released already, both made this morning. But if you're wondering why the character's bit insane, maybe a bit titched in the head, and just titched in the head, and keeps on talking about dead family. Well, here's the backstory. He was born in Morrowind. He was to a Nordic family in Morrowind with nobility. Well, there's a Nordic noble family that's very unknown, which in a small village just outside Blacklight, small village near Blacklight, which was attacked by the Empire, who was seeking out fugitives, and Thalmor were there, and so basically his name's Alisires. He was named that because when he was named that for unknown reasons. It just sounds like a nice name to name a character. He decided that he'd go to Skyrim and join the Dark Brotherhood because he knew that they were against the Empire and all they stood for. And so yes, the Empire did kill his family and tried to log off his head at Elgin, which is pretty typical. So they tried to progress means they tried to kill Alisires' family. They killed his parents. His brother fled to elsewhere, and he fled to Hammerfell. Alisires' brother, Javier, spelled Xavier, pronounced Javier. He calls him Xavier though, just to be a bit of annoying. He cared for his brother, but his brother was just always a tiny bit mature for him. He was always serious. He was always swinging his Daedric battle axe around, cutting people's heads off. And so that's it. Basically, Javier, a bit of backstory on him. He was an axeman. Also a warrior. He was established mainly on the island of Soulside towards the north of Morrowind, which was far out on the reaches of Alisire. But Alisire knew that the Emperor himself did have something to do with his family's death 5 years prior to the set of Skyrim. He left then. He left Morrowind and trained in Hammerfell, and and in elsewhere as well. His brother Javier, who he likes to refer to as himself, because once his brother was killed, he felt his soul inside, so he felt Javier inside, so he sometimes refers to Javier as himself, and he's a different identity, because he felt the soul of Javier in his body. But the main reason why Alisire is killing people is because he wants revenge. He's going to do that by killing dragons, kicking ass, catching butterflies, and hunting down the Empire. Emperor himself, so he's going to join the Dark Brotherhood and train until he's got the perfect moment to strike out against big, old and ugly, really, and take down the Empire once and for all. And then probably join the Stormcloak Rebellion, because he's always been on the side with the Stormcloaks, because ever since he heard about the Civil War starting, he decided that, yeah, that's a good thing. It's a good thing that someone decided to kick up against the Empire, because the Empire was obviously not very welcome in Skyrim towards the east, so he tried to stop. He realised that Ulfric was trying to escape Skyrim and get into Cyrodiil. Well, he wasn't trying to escape Skyrim, he was running away from an ambush, so he decided he'd try and help by stalling the Empire slightly, and by that I mean basically setting up a shop at the border and selling them cookies. It didn't work. They picked up and they arrested him, and they nearly cut him, but decapitating them both. Alduin came down, killed Alisire, and just, well, didn't kill Alisire. The dragon came down, saved Alisire. Why did I say killed him? Killed the executioner, sort of, maybe. And that means Alduin saved the dragon, but he saved himself. So Alduin saved himself from the suspense of not killing people, and also he saved Alisire from execution and several other people. So Ulfric Stormcloak, Alisire wasn't praying for a miracle, but he got it. Then, next thing we know, and the next thing you know, Alisire is in Whiterun, warning the Jarl balls up of the threats against his hold and his part of the region. And then he's about to kill a dragon before riding off to Flynn, doing some other quest, and then after that, well, joining the Dark Brotherhood, basically. So that means for once, and that means that will be the first time that you'll actually see. In episode 3 will be the first time where you'll actually see snow and Windhelm, and also Riften. Which means you could be. I don't know if I'm gonna have to ride. I don't know if I'm gonna have to ride from Windhelm to Riften. All I know is it's all happening basically behind where the camera is now. And also, another thing worth putting out there. After Alisire has killed Emperor of... After Alisire has killed the Emperor of the Empire, it will... The videos will still continue, just... It'll be season 2. But it won't be called season 2, it'll just be follow-up episode, and to a season there'll be roughly X amount of episodes. And basically, there's going to be a lot of death, decay, and struggle, and trauma, and this has been recording sideways the entire time, but you won't care, will you? No, you won't. Subscribe.